You are betraying yourself if you're not allowing yourself to feel emotions. And this is caused by emotional unintelligence. Because these patterns and behaviors cause avoidance that leads to self betrayal and maladaptive coping strategies. So, what's the chain reaction of self betrayal? 1. We begin at unfelt emotions, not being able to process them, avoiding them, not really knowing they exist or how to actually move through them. Next, misaligned choices. Because we haven't felt our emotions, we don't really know why they come up, how they impact our desires, and now we make choices that are not really aligned with our true self because we have all this unprocessed aspects of us. Next, chronic self-abandonment. Because of these misaligned choices, internally and in the external world, this creates chronic self-abandonment, where now you're not really listening to yourself, your wants, the truth of you, and you may be in such a dissociated space where you don't even realize this is happening. This chronic self-abandonment moves into spiritual dysregulation, which we see a lot in the spiritual community as well, because trying to bypass emotions creates spiritual dysregulation in the spirit. And so you can't access higher spiritual knowledge or access higher spiritual knowing if you are untapped into these felt emotions. So keeping them untapped will create the spiritual dysregulation, which then comes to the final space, dissociation from inner divinity. Your inner divinity is your soul aspect of you. As a human, we're having a human experience, but we are spiritual beings. And when we're disconnected from our inner divinity, our source consciousness, this creates havoc in our own relationship with ourselves and our relationship with others, but also our relationship with the material world. So the ability to manifest wealth, the ability to create joy and peace and all these different intangible and immaterial aspects of life that comes from the dissociation from inner divinity. And that's also why I named my blog Inner Divinity, because that's something that I am continuously connecting to, and I help you do the same. Next, so what are these micro betrayals that can lead to macro betrayals very quickly? So here are a few. This list is not exhaustive. Number 1, saying yes when your body says no. How do you even know when your body's saying no? If you check out my article on Somatic Healing 101, we talk about that a lot. And there's some physical signs and sensations that you will feel when your body is saying no compared to when it's saying yes. So when your mind is saying yes, but you check in with your body and it's like no, that is a micro betrayal. Next, overstaying in relationships. You've already been nudged and you know that this may not be the continuous evolution you want to stay in, but you stay anyway to just keep playing it safe. Next, ignoring fatigue. You overworking does not validate anyone else, it just invalidates yourself. Point blank. Next, fawning to maintain peace. When you're trying to jump through hoops for other people and not really realizing that that just makes you a circus animal, and a circus animal is never in peace. So, not worth it. Next, choosing safety over truth. Choosing safety over truth. This could be internal safety, physical safety, relationship safety, work safety, whatever the case may be, over your own truth, your authenticity, your expression, and your knowledge of self. Next, confusing anxiety with intuition. Your anxiety could be like, oh no, you shouldn't do this. And because you don't understand the difference of how anxiety sits in your body and how intuition sits in your body, now you're misaligned because you don't really know what your body's communicating with you. So, this is the chain reaction of self-betrayal. And we move through these things when we are not regulating our emotions. This is the core. So before going on the spiritual journey and wanting to find enlightenment, all that is cool, but if we're not able to regulate our emotions and actually feel them in our body, everything else is futile. Peace, love, and light. See you in the next one.